You're watching Thai PBS World. I'm Frank Shi. Amid global uncertainties such as geopolitical tension and trade wars, Thailand and the EU are aiming to strengthen the relations by Thailand's MP visit to EU institution. Joining me now is Ms. Saratsanun Unnopporn, chair of the Thailand House of Foreign Affairs Committee, to give her insights about her visit to the EU. Thank you for your time, Kun Saratsanun.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Sorry, Krab. During your visit, I think you already have had some conversations with your counterparts, no matter it's about FTA or human rights, and of course, the geopolitical tensions here in Thailand. So firstly, just want to get briefly your understanding about the interparliamentary cooperation between Thailand and the EU Parliament.
Well, thank you for having me. I am right now in Strasbourg, in the middle of European Parliament. And I think it is a very good opportunity for Thai parliamentarians to be able to have a very close tie with European parliamentarians. In this sense, we have been a little bit lacking in terms of communication, especially among politicians. And this is the reason why I'm here. We only witness close ties with high levels and head of the state visits, but this time parliamentarians who are the lawmakers are here, and I have an opportunity to talk, to communicate with a lot of important persons here, and especially with the upcoming FTA that's on the way. I think it is very important to be able to have a close communication with parliamentarians here who have many issues and questions, and also us, a lot of issues that we would like to speak our minds and express what are the strengths of this cooperation will look like, and what are the Thai people are looking forward to this kind of cooperation.
Right. What are the key objectives here? Of course, you talk about very important topic is FTA that I think you already talked to your counterpart yesterday, and there might be some insights that you can share with us too. But before getting to that, I just want to get your key objectives. What's the goals that you want to achieve this time to the EU Parliament?
Definitely, it's far more beyond diplomacy. It's about understanding each other, and in order for us to understand each other, I think face-to-face communication being here really makes the difference.
Right. Definitely, I think this is a very important part that you can talk to your counterparts and EU parliamentarians about Thailand's stance in different topics, of course, including FTA. But this time, I think we have to mention the geopolitical tensions in Thailand. I think some parliamentarians might have concerns or question over the border issues here, as, of course, your position as the chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee here in Thailand. How do you address this issue to your counterparts in the EU?
Well, Thailand as a team player for ASEAN, we think that peace is the key pivotal point that we would like to stress in the region in order to connect with European Union, and also to better understand each other of what really is happening in ASEAN. The last thing that Thailand needs, or any other countries, our neighbor needs, is war. So this time we stress on the economic ties that we can enhance through FTAs. And the EU's, all the nations around the world, we are suffering from the same stress that we have, with the war going on everywhere, with the tax that has been pressuring Thai, especially, as well as other countries. So in regards to Thailand and Cambodia, I think the best interests of the Thai people, including Cambodian, we don't need to escalate into the situation that will do, minimal benefits to the people. we don't need that. And it's the job of the government, not just Thailand. I mean, if you follow the news carefully, the Thai government has been doing our best to de-escalate and be able to talk in peace, without any escalating any conflicts, especially along the border. Because the people who will suffer is the people who are along the border, not just safety, but the way of living, And it's not wise to be reckless, and we need to really consider ASEAN, as a whole, because we really have to reunite and show our strength. Because if not, without ASEAN, nobody no countries around ASEAN would be able to achieve the greatest goal that we are trying to achieve at the moment. So
Right.
as politicians, I really hope both of our government will do their best for the interest of the people.
Right.
War will not answer anything. What the government should do is to emphasize on how they can improve the life of people by, doing trade,
Right.
provide opportunities for the people, not limiting them through domestic political crisis that's going on.
I think you point out that actually both countries, they have to think about the interests of people and the role of ASEAN too. I just want to get your sense more about Cambodia and Thailand conflicts here. And do you see a way out at this point? Because we have seen that situation escalating since the conflict began. Do you see a way out? What's the conversation with the government right now?
Well, at the end of the day, leaders have to come back to the table and act maturely on what really is the best for both of us. This kind of conflict has been ongoing for years and years. And the question is, why now? This overclaimed area has always been in the hands of defense, and they've been handling it peacefully all these times. The question back to our counterpart, what is the problem? You see,
Right.
it's not benefiting anybody, and we, as for Thailand, for Thai government, we are doing our best to bring the issues to the table.
Right. And you might just point out the elephant in the room, but yeah, why now and why this point? Another facade I think we should talk about is human rights development here in Thailand. As in, of course, I think Thailand celebrated the legalization of same-sex marriage and Bangkok Pride this month too. But some also question about the human rights development, for example, about Uyghur detainees and the case of Dr. Paul Chemba here. What have you heard from the EU counterparts? Do they concern over human rights development in Thailand?
Well, some human rights issues has been raised, but at the same time, respectfully to our counterparts, we have understanding of each other, and I think that's the fundamental, a good foundation to start cooperating with each other. In regards to the Uyghur detainees who has been sent back to their origins, it has been carefully facilitated, and we make sure that they are sent back in a safe place. And at the same time, China will be taking care of that matter, and we have that trust in our friend China to be able to facilitate that, because it's not just about sending back a detainee. This problem has not been resolved in more than a decade. And these people, they are not criminal. And I think it's a very political decision that this government has taken And definitely it's for the best interest of the detainee and also for Thailand's national security as well. So we didn't just send them back, to their danger. The Chinese government has been, confirmed and guarantee that they go back to their home. And if you really think about, the living that they have been through the past years, it's not a good living. So if you really think about human rights, we also need to do something about it. They are living in a very small room for years and years. And I don't think that is right either.
Right. And what about the case of Dr. Paul Chamber, the last just
Well,
112?
it's
Of course,
quite alarming. It's
yeah.
quite alarming at first when we heard the news as politicians. We closely monitor this case as well, but you have to look at the result of what has been decided. The professor himself were not prosecuted, so all the charges were dropped. So
Yeah.
I think the court played its role, and there are rules of law in Thailand that needs to be maintained for the national security matter, and I think that is most important for Thailand.
Right. And this time, I think you have talked to so many EU parliamentarians now since you arrived in France. So I just want to get your sense about, again, human rights development. What's the concern right now from the EU? Do you have you get any recommendation or suggestion, or even what they want to see for the next step about human rights development in Thailand?
Of course, Thailand commits deeply with international norms and rules, and we do our best to enhance democracy and, of course, human rights. Not to just Thai citizens, but also, other nationals living in Thailand. And aside from that, we mainly talk about corporations that right now we think is a great opportunity for the EU countries and also for Thailand and also other parts of ASEAN countries as well.
Right. Another part I think we have to mention this time, as what you said at the beginning, is the free trade agreement between Thailand and the EU. What's the process right now? Because I think the government, Thailand's government, already set a goal to finalize the negotiation process by the end of this year. Will that be achieved?
Well, I've heard some very positive signs from a lot of the counterparts. We have a chance to talk with the chief trade negotiator, and even though there are some hiccups here and there, the details are what really matters. And I can assure from Thailand's side that we are very committed in being able to finalize, but at the end of the day, we are dealing with 27 countries, and we have to really listen carefully to what are the concerns. This is one of the reasons why I'm also here to listen to the parliamentarians here on what they have to say with the upcoming FTAs. And not only Thailand that the EU are dealing with, there are an ongoing negotiation with Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia, and Thailand has long overdue in a negotiation because we started way back 10 years ago, and right now it resumes, and it's the top priority for Thai government, especially this administration, to make sure that we will do our best to have a quality kind of FTA that will bring the benefit to not only Thailand, but also a lot of the corporations that we are looking forward to do with the EU. For example, it could be very political, but Thailand is challenging ourselves to open our market for government procurement, sustainable trade procedures that we try to have to also upgrade our law and regulation as well to be up to the standards that the EU is hoping to work with Thailand. So we are very hopeful that it will come to understanding and can finally be finalized within, I cannot say, but hopefully very soon.
Right. Last question I think I have to ask. To your point, of course, we see other countries in the region really want to close the negotiation process with the EU. And are you confident that Thailand could be one of the priority with the EU to close the negotiation of FTA? As in Vietnam already did it, and right now Malaysia is trying to keep it up. And what about us?
Actually, a lot of the country have just started their negotiation process. As for Thailand, we are about to host the sixth negotiation next week. And I think all the challenge has been addressed. And hopefully next week on the table, we will get a positive response. Between two parties, because like I said, we are dealing with the demands and concerns of 27 countries. Thailand, we are one country, so it's not quite complicated. But I'm here to listen to what the EU parliamentarian has to say, and that really matters because a lot of the issues, at the end of the day, the trade negotiators will have to propose this FTA to this EP, to the European Parliament, and of course, some of the issues will have to be addressed, and we will need to answer their concerns. At the end of the day, EU is one of the greatest alliance that Thailand can look for, and it's better for both of us to strengthen this strategic partnership. Amid all the war ongoing, the trade tensions that the EU is suffering from the big countries, and so do Thailand, because we really need to diversify our export and trade and opportunities. We are looking into the future of elevating Thailand, especially when we are trying to be a part of OECD, and also this government has already applied actually to get an exemption for the Schengen visa. So these kind of interaction, we really need parliamentarians to come together and really understand what their concerns are, and what can Thai parliamentarians do as a lawmaker to be able to ensure that our partners will be trusted and will be able to do business with us with ease.
Right. Thank you for your time, Kun Saratsanun Unnopporn here, Chair of the Foreign Affairs Committees of Thailand's House Representative. Thank you for your time.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับ